Yeah. Yeah. Hi guys. Good morning, all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone, guys? Can you please confirm? Is I'm audible, guys?
Yes, Vamshi.
Yeah. Yes, Vamsi. Yeah. Thank you, guys. So, guys, like in the last session, I have started discussing about some of the basic concepts of Python we have started, guys. So, like, what are the main features the Python provides? So, technically, we don't want to take more into the Python because we are not here to become the Python developers or the Python experts here. Just like how much extent that is required is like whenever you want to implement any data science related applications using Python, so how to do it in Python, so how we are going to do, how we are going to use Python, that is sufficient, guys. So I'm not going deep into the concepts. Like yesterday in the last class, I have discussed about some basic features of Python. We have started with them, guys. Okay. Like what are the main features we discussed yesterday is, just give me a second. I'll open the file. Yesterday's file, I'll open it. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah. So this is the yesterday's file which I have used in, guys. Just give me a second. Right. So I'll share you all these files, guys. Don't worry about that. So through the drive access, I will be giving the access to I will be sharing sharing these particular files. So yesterday we have discussed something about some basic concepts of Python we have discussed. One of the best feature, one of the best feature we can say is Python is a general purpose language. It is not designed only for, this was not written only for a specific purpose. So multiple people, multiple purpose, multiple domains, they can use this particular Python as a language, guys. So it's a general purpose language which can be used in application development like a web or mobile or a desktop or gaming applications. Networking and hackers can use this Python. Why? Because Python is going to be support, say, socket programming. Mathematicians and statisticians are going to use this, and data science people, ML, AI, NLP people, everyone can use a Python. It's a very simple scripting language, guys, easy to use and easy to learn. And it's one of the feature, if we talk about that, it's a dynamically typed language. What is a dynamically typed language concept I have discussed? It is no declaration of variable is required. There is no declaration of variable is required. Just initialize the values as you require, guys. I equal to 10, it will take it as integer. I equal to hello, it will take it as a string. Python is going to choose as the data type, guys. That is one of the best feature we can talk about. And apart from that, I told you it is an open source language, which is free to use and free to distribute. As I told you, you can just get the source code, you can modify them, and you can sell it to somebody else also, guys. If you want, you can sell it. So you are not developing the language starting from the scratch. So we are already, somebody has given, some Python community is there. They already written the Python source code. They'll give you the Python source code. You have to compile it first of all. And then we can make some changes to the source code and sell it as your own company's product. For example, if you start a company, take the source code, add some features, you can do some whatever the changes you require and release it as your own product. You sell it as your own product also. It is free to distribute also, free to use and free to distribute. And the one of the main feature, if you talk about, guys, one of the main advantage why we are using Python, by because is Python comes with a very huge built-in libraries, guys. Better to say that it is built-in library as well as contributed, because all libraries are not developed by Python community. They are contributed to Python community, guys. Because see, let us say that, for example, I have taken the Python source code. Python given me the source code at a free of cost, free to use. Now, what I did is, let us say that using the Python language, I developed some frameworks. I developed my own functionalities. Yes, I developed it. Now, what I did is, being Python has given me the source code to me, Python has given the whatever the code directly to me with at a free of cost. As a contribution, what I will do is, I am going to contribute my whatever the research whatever I have done, whatever the frameworks I developed, everything again I contributed back to the Python only. Got the point? So that means as I got the Python source code at a free of cost, and they have given me to free to use, I contributed my research work back to the Python only. So like that, there are so many such type of communities are there, guys. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, all these libraries has been contributed towards the Python community. Why? Because they have taken the advantage of that source code, or they have taken the advantage of the free usage, and they developed their own frameworks. And what they did is they developed for the Python community only. So developed for by Python, and which is going to be for Python, guys. They developed by using Python. That's why what they did is they can contributed back to the Python community. So such type of libraries are so many are there, guys. Yesterday I told you some few libraries. Yesterday I told you guys NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, sklearn, scikit-learn, what we call as TensorFlow, PyTorch, NLTK. So many are there. I've written only I've written only a few of the libraries, guys. Still, we have so many libraries are there, so many packages we are going to be using, and all these we are going to be using at a free of cost without paying a single rupee also, guys. All these packages are also we are going to get a free of cost. PyTorch was developed by Google, that is Meta AI. So in Google and Meta, the Meta is nothing but Facebook. So there have been of AI development applications. So they developed the framework. Most of the Google AI applications was developed by Facebook. Facebook AI related applications were developed by PyTorch. Open source frameworks only. Open source libraries which anybody can use it. It was developed by Google, but it is going to be an open source. PyTorch is developed by Meta, but it is guys. Okay, so these are the some of the things yesterday we have discussed, and even I have discussed about some of the history about that also, like how the history was started around in 1990s. So they started developing a language called as ABC. For some reason, the ABC language was not. It has been released, and the one of the team member whose name is Guido von Rossum. So he has inspired from this language ABC, and he has written this language called as the Python. They have been written, guys. Okay, and the name I told you the how the Python name has came. It is the name of the person who has written a TV show called as Flying Circus, which named as Monty Python Flying Circus, which was aired in 1969 to 1974. So this is all about the history what we have seen in the last class, guys. Yep. Anyone, guys? Any questions if you have in the from the last session? And if anybody has been joined for the today's class, guys, so just a small introductions we have started, guys, and this is what has been happened in the last session, guys. Anyone, any questions? Right, guys. So let's go ahead, guys. Yesterday I told you to install the Python, guys. Okay. So anybody, if we have missed the yesterday's session, guys, you can install the Python, guys. So whatever the Python we are installing is only the base system, and I told you to install it from python.org. So download the Python software from the official website, python.org, guys. It is going to be 3.11.5 is going to be the latest version, guys. You can install the 3.11.5. Very easy installation. Nothing complication is there. So even some people says that, sir, we already have some other IDEs like PyCharm. Maybe because you have already learned, you are already working on them. So you may be using PyCharm and other things, but as a beginners, because you may be an expert in that, but does not matters. But here, we all of us assume that we are all as a beginners. So that's why what we are going to do is please download this software, guys. Even if you have it also, even if you have the other IDs also, better to download the Python 3.11.5 from the official website of python.org, guys. Download. It will support both Windows, Mac, or it may be other platforms, whatever you want. You can download it, guys. Does not matters. Okay, fine. Now, so where to work? Now, first of all, where to write the Python program? Generally, in other programming languages, guys, maybe you have learned some at least some C, C++, or nowadays C++ nobody is learning. Directly they are moving from C to Java. If they want to learn Java, what they are doing is directly they are learning C language. Now in earlier, in between this, they used to learn C++. But now C++ nobody is using. Directly C to Java they are going, or maybe C to some other .NET they are going, or some other languages they are directly learning some other languages. Python directly they are learning. No need of any other another language like C++. Right. So sorry guys. So where to write this program first of all? So generally, when you have learned, when you started learning this C, C++, or Java or .NET or some language, generally, first day they start with first introduction, like why programming language? Yes, C is a programming language. Java is a programming language. First of all, they will teach you why programming language. And basically, they will start with something like what is software, what is hardware. Okay, some basic introductions. So here I didn't started with all those things, guys, because we are not interested to learn any programming language. So don't think that we are learning Python. So Python is a programming language. Yes, Python is a programming language, but it is a scripting language kind of a thing. You need not to worry about why programming and all these things. So a software or a hardware, they will talk about what is operating system. Then after that, evaluation of programming languages. Like in 1960s, what languages are there? 1970s, what languages? In 1980s, what languages? So they will talk about the evaluation of the different stages of programming languages. And finally, they will come to the C language. This says that this is a history. So and so person, Dennis Ritchie, has written this particular C language at AT&T lab. Something like that. They'll talk about history. After that, they will teach you about something like what is programming, what is compilation. So why do you compile a program? Without teaching you what is a compilation of a program, there is no meaning if writing a program, because after writing a program, we have to compile. Why should I compile? So it will take at least to minimum, it will take 1 week of time to complete all these things. To write your first C program, minimum it will take 1 week of time, guys, minimum. But in Python, yesterday we started with the Python introduction. So today we can start with our practicals. So today we can write our practicals. Today we can start our practicals, guys. All basics I can cover. I will cover in today's class. I'll complete all your basics. So in while you're learning C programming or Java programming, to write your hello world program only, it will take 1 week of time. After that, we'll write a program, compile it, execute it. So to write a simple programs only, it will take another at least minimum 2 to 3 days. It will take it at least minimum 2 to 3 days. It is going to take for you to complete at least some basic programming. But in Python programming, actually 1 day is sufficient, because on the first day itself, yesterday only I started with the Python programming. So I didn't completed all the things. Yesterday, almost I ended the session by 7:40, I ended it. So 15 minutes is sufficient to complete your basic concepts, guys. Okay. So first of all, where to write this Python code, Python script, not Python program, Python script, guys. So when you install the Python from python.org official website, there is an IDE called as IDLE will be installed, guys. Use this IDLE. That is what we call it as IDLE. It is not IDEL, it is IDLE. It is one of the IDE provided by Python. A simple IDE, guys. A simple IDE provided by Python. Anyhow, we will discuss more about this IDs later. More and more better IDs we are going to work with that. Like obviously nowadays it has became common to everybody came to know about Python, guys. Everyone came to know about Python, like PyCharm, Spider, Jupyter Notebooks, VS Code. We have a different IDs are there. I'll talk about the IDs better way. In a better way, I'll discuss them, guys. Further timing, start with IDle. So this will be installed. No need to install it separately, guys. Once if we install from python.org software, directly IDLE will automatically that will comes along with the Python software. No need to install it separately, guys. Install Python from python.org. I told you no, hardly 25 MB file, guys. No need of any huge software. Python is a very small software, guys, but does a very huge work it is going to do. Very huge work, guys. It will go up to AI systems we can develop it. So very small software, 25 MB software. Just imagine that how much extent it is working. Okay, so download this particular idle. We can work with that. How it will looks like, guys? It is going to be just like looks like a command prompt. It just looks like a command prompt, guys. So wherever you have installed the Python, so once you install the Python, so go whether it is Windows 10 or Windows 11, whatever you are using. If you are using Windows 11, go to the Windows 11, Windows 10 applications or all programs, whatever you go. And there you can find the Python 3.11 and there we can find the idle, guys. You can see the idle, open the idle, guys. Simple, very simple environment to work with them, guys. Okay, it's a very simple. It is going to be used to work with that. A very simple environment, guys. Yep. I have opened this. Yeah, here it was open, guys. You can see this, guys. Simple application, a very simple environment for beginners. This is going to be the best option, guys. This is going to be the best option. As a beginners, I recommend. As a beginners, we recommend this, guys. As a professionals, we don't recommend. As a professionals also, I can work with them, guys. Everything I can work. Only the thing is, once you became professional, you don't want to waste your time, isn't it? So that's why this is only one line at a time. It's a command line, only one line at a time, guys. It is what we call it as interpreter-based language. Why? Because it won't come, it is not going to be like an C program. It is not going to be compiled and executed. It is going to be, it's an interpreted based language. Don't worry, what is the interpreted based languages? So it is going to be execute line by line, line by line, just writing the statement. Just don't worry, I'm going to give you all the statements. I told you, no, I want to print hello world. So print, which is going to be hello world, over. Yes, it is going to be print hello world, guys, over, semicolon, enter. Semicolon is not required also. So one of the biggest headache, guys, for all of you, putting a semicolons. It's a very big headache, guys. It looks to be simple statement only, but it's a very huge problem in when you're writing a program. Even if you write 10,000 lines of program also, if you forgot to put a semicolon for one single line also, total program will be failed. You know that how much it is going to be a headache for this semicolons. But here we don't require it, guys. Directly print hello world, over. Directly the statement has came. I'll tell you about print statements, everything. I'll talk about that. Okay, I can simply say a equal to 10. See, guys, how simple it is going to be. Print what is going to be a here now. No need to write even print a also, guys. If I said a, it is going to print it. Maybe just an example I'm talking about. Just an example if I'm talking about. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. And I also recommend, guys, you also has to become a little bit get some knowledge about Unix commands also, guys. Why? Because in real applications, you may have to work with Unix environments. So nowadays installation is it has become very easy. It has become very easy in our applications, guys. Previously, we used to struggle a lot installing VMwares and all these things. Now it is not required, guys. It is not required. Directly, we are having the Windows supported Linux will be there. Just you have to install that from your Microsoft store. Just it will come like a prompt, guys. Can you see? I just install it. So I have got my Linux system. This is Ubuntu I'm using. It is up to you whether you want to work with Ubuntu or whether you want to work with some other operating system. So it's very easy, guys. Here also we can say this. This is going to be, this is what we call it as our Linux commands we are going to use. But if you print the A, it won't print it, guys. We have to use echo $A, we have to print it. See, it is also scripting. This is what we call as shell scripting in Linux systems, guys. We are going to call it as a shell scripting in Linux systems. So a little bit ideas about that. So echo, which is going to be $A, we have to say. So in Linux systems, echo is like a print statement, guys. So even you cannot say even echo A also, it is not going to work. Okay, echo A means A will be printed. So here it is going to be echo, we have to say $A. Then only it is going to print it. But in our Python, it is not going to be required, guys. In Python, it is not at all required for us. Directly, what you can do is you can directly say A here. A equal to hello, you say. A equal to hello, you say, and print the A value. No need to write. Even if you want, you can write it, print the A value. See, once the same A which I have used as the integer value, immediately I given a string value. No worries. You can do whatever you want. We can do it, guys. Okay. See, that is a simple language. Maybe actually, correctly speaking, I'm not going to teach it from the basics, guys. Basics means nowadays, everyone, at least I can expect that at least 80-90% of the participants now today in our today's class who are there, at least 80% of the people has already started using the Python. They knows about Python. So for them, it is a little bit boring because they already learn all these basics. So what I say is, I'm just refreshing the concepts, guys. Maybe some people ask me, sir, why I don't know any idea about the Python. Came from a non-IT background. Then how can I learn if you just refresh the concepts? So it is no need to worry. Refreshing means I'm not going straight forward. So this is you write how to write a statement. This is how to write a first statement. I'm going to teach you from the basics only because some points which additionally that is required for our data science, I'll concentrate a little bit. I'll going to discuss everything, each and every concept starting from basics only, but just like looks like a refreshment class. That's why we don't spend that much time on these concepts, guys. Okay, so I'll go a little bit. That means I don't want to start the programming directly from the print hello world program. Okay, so that is the my point. I don't want to start directly from starting from hello world program and then I want to start with an applications. Directly we'll go ahead. What are the main requirements are there? We can do, guys. No need of compilation of a program. No need to save the program. No need to execute. Why should I save it as a .java? After that compilation, it will generate a .class file. All these discussions are not required, guys. Straightforward, we'll go for it. Straightforward, we'll go ahead, guys. Okay, fine. So first I'm going to start with some of the basic operators in Python. First, we'll try to use a Python as a simple calculator, guys. So we are going to be using, which is going to be Python operators. What are the different operators in Python? See, guys, all of you know about that. All of you know about what are the different operators in any programming language. First one is going to be your mathematical, or you are going to call them as the arithmetic operators, guys. We are going to call them as arithmetic operators. Once again, what are the operators in Python? So first we're going to start with arithmetic operators. All of you know the operators, guys. Addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, division, percentile. Sorry, it is going to be percentile. You know what is percentile is basically used for, which is nothing but modulus, which is what we are going to call it as the remainder. It returns a remainder of 10 divided by 2 or whatever the numbers you go for. But apart from that, there are two more additional operators are there, guys. What are the two additional operators is, generally you don't see this operator in other languages, guys. A very powerful operator. That means very powerful means it can be used in as many ways you can use it, guys. Like for example, if we have learned any programming language, just an example. I want to find out what is the square root of 100, guys. What is the square root of 100? Okay. So you should recap a little bit maths and all these things, guys. You have to recap all the little bit maths. Okay. You need not to study, but whenever I explain the concept, please try to concentrate on that. So square root of 100. Normally in any language, if we try to do the square root, so we use a function. There is a square root function will be there. We have to use it. But in Python, you don't require, guys. Why? Because we all of you know that square root of 100 is nothing but it is 100 to the power of 1 by 2. I think all of you remember, guys. Square root is nothing but to the power of 1 by 2. Cube root is equal to the power of 1 by 3, isn't it? So 100 to the power of 1 by 2 is nothing but 100 to the power of 0.5. So in Python, generally in other languages, we don't have the operator for which is going to be the power exponential. But in Python, we have this operator, guys, double star. What is this double star is basically used for, guys? It is nothing but it is exponential power. Okay, it is going to be exponential, guys. If you want to find the 10 square root, 100 square root, we'll say 100 double star with 0.5, guys. So single star, double star, we know that 100 into 0.5, it is 50. 100 into 0.5 is going to be 50, guys. 100 to the power of 0.5 is going to be nothing but it is going to be 10, guys. Square root of 100 is going to be 10, sorry. Isn't it? So this is an exponential operator, guys. So generally you don't find it in other languages. And there is another operator is also there, guys. Generally you don't require it in other languages, but you may require it in Python. For example, let us say that, for example, guys, normally we all of you know that what is 10 divided by 5? Normally other languages will say that 10 divided by 5 is 2. But whenever I say 10 divided by 3, if you ask a mathematician, what is 10 divided by 3 means, he says 3.3333 is an output. But you ask a computer, a software engineer, in your programming languages, if you write 10 by 3, what will happen? Then he says that if you assign integer I equal to 10 by 3, then the result is going to be 3. Whenever we have taken a float I is equal to 10 by 3, then I may get 3.33 is an output. I'll get it because it depends on the data type you have been assigning with this. So whether you are assigning with an integer value or whether you are assigning with a float value, depending on that, it will decide it. But in Python, we know that there is no concept of data types. We don't declare them. Python will automatically decides. Then how the Python decides whether you are expecting an integer value or whether you are expecting a float value. So isn't it? Obviously, isn't it? So that's why what the Python has done is Python says that, so I don't know what value I have to return because you may expect an integer, you may expect a floating value. That's why independent of the data type, because you don't declare the data type here, what I am going to do is, guys, this forward slash is nothing but it's a float division, guys. It is an float division. Okay. What is this float division is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as, you will get an integer decimal value. Floating point will come. If you want to get an integer value, you have to put a double forward slash, guys. You have to put a double forward slash we have to put in, guys. Generally, you all of you know that what is this particular, the double forward slash. The double forward slash is going to be nothing but we are going to call it as it is the integer division, what we are going to call it as, guys. We are going to call it as the integer division, what we are going to call it as. Means nothing is there, guys. 10 by 3 will give you 3.33333 is an output. 10 double forward slash 3, you will get only 3 is the value, guys. That's it. Hope you understood, all of you. So it's not depending on your data type. What data type you have chosen does not matter. So what type of data type you selected, it does not matter, guys. Why? Because Python is going to returns you the value depending not on the data type, but depending on the whatever the operator we are using. So it is a single forward slash will give you a floating point, that is a float point, and a double forward slash is going to give you an integer point, guys. That's it. So once you know this, you play with them, guys. I don't say practice with them. I say that I'll use a word like a play with them. Practice means just you have to do that practice. So I say that simple play with them. Use as many options you require, guys. Any way you do that. Don't simply stop it with only the examples what I have given you. Play with them. Okay, simple. I don't want to waste my time on all these basic operators. 10 plus 20 over. No need to write any extra coding, declare. Even in other programming languages, if you want to do that, we'll declare it, guys. Declare integer I equal to 10. Take the value, read the input, print the value, save the program, compile it. Not required, guys. Directly, guys. Print you say, or without the print also fine. 10 multiplied by 20, 200. 10, which is going to be divided by 3. See this output, guys? 10 divided by 3, you are getting 3.333 as an output. 10 divided by. That means we don't say double divided or a double forward slash. We call it as integer division. See the difference, guys? 10 divided by 3. 20 divided by 3, which is going to be 6.66 is an output or 6.666. 20 divided by 3, it will pick. It is going to pick only the integer part, which is 6. What is going to be exponential? Just now I told you, no, 10 to the power of 2. It is 10 into 2. This is 10 to the power of 2 it is. I want to calculate 100 square root, 0.5. It is going to be 100 to the power of 0.5, which is going to be 10 is an output. You can do any operations we can do, guys. Nothing limitation is there. You all of you know how much important this number is there. 2 to the power of 10 is mostly related to our application, guys. Hash. How to write the comment about code in Python program? Hash only. Hash is a commenting here, guys. Just you write the hash. It is not going to work here now. Hello world, for example. So that statement is not going to be gets executed. So hash is the word what we are going to be using for this one, for commenting. Okay, fine, guys. So like this, guys, just a second. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Swarna, all right. So this is the commenting. See, the statement is not executed. Hello world. Okay, so apart from that, it is going to be, so 2 to the power of 10, we all of you know about that. What is the importance of the number? So because whatever the memory in computer, you know that 10 to the power of, it's 2 to the power of 10, guys. So 1024 GB is equal to 1 TB, 1024 TB is equal to 1 PB, or 1024 bytes is equal to 1 MB, 1024 MB is equal to 1 GB, isn't it? Or 1 KB, whatever maybe. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB, 1024 KB is equal to 1 MB, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, isn't it? Terabyte, petabyte, exabytes. Okay, now what is the latest one, guys? What is the largest one we are having, I think, now? So what is the highest one as of now, guys? It is etabytes, right? Etabytes, zettabytes. Zettabytes is over. It is going to be etabytes, isn't it? So just you can check it out, like which is going to be, what is going to be what is going to be the, what we can say, memory in memory storage size, you say that in computers. So we'll say that memory storage, it is going to be in computers. I think it is etabytes. Zettabytes was there. Zettabyte stands for ZB. Now we have got it, guys, isn't it? So if we just have a look into that, we can find it off. Just one, you should know about all the terminologies, guys. So it's going to be only up to petabytes only they have been given to us. But after petabytes, we have it, guys. Exabytes was there. After exabytes, we are having so many different options are there, guys. Let us go to the Wikipedia page itself. Do you have? Right. Just a minute. Yeah, I guess it's not required for us. Okay, you can see terabytes. You can see that terabytes is equal to 1024, which is going to be gigabytes. Okay, and petabytes is equal to, which is going to be 1024, which is going to be gigabytes. Exabytes are there. Okay, exabytes, after that zettabytes. You have so many, guys. Exabytes, zettabytes, and yottabytes. YB. It's going to be YB, what we are going to call it as zettabytes. Yes. Okay, fine. Fine. The same thing I think I have opened. Okay, fine. It does not matter, but just to know about that. So what is the importance of 1024 number in your computer? Because everyone who works in computer has to know about that, at least minimum requirement. 2 to the power of 10, guys. Okay. Generally, you may face this problem, guys. Like whenever you are working with some languages, generally we'll face a problem called as an arithmetic overflow. You know that why the arithmetic overflow will come. So some data types in some languages, restriction with the memory, guys. Like maybe if you talk about integer data type in C language, -32767 plus, sorry, -32768 plus 32767. Some languages, if you work with that, because as of my knowledge, whenever I work with some database systems, because I worked mostly with the database systems, I didn't work with much about the programming. So they also says that integer 10 to the power of something like 10 to the power of 31, something they will say that 10 to the power of 31 to some they'll talk about that. So 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. So the 2 to the power of which is going to be 15. It is going to be nothing but 32768 to 32767. So 2 to the power of which is going to be 31. 32 bits means it is going to be 32 bits. It is going to take it. It is going to be somewhere up to here now. Maximum they will take up to 63 guys. Up to here it will take it. Maximum generally. Maximum generally we'll see these numbers guys. But beyond that we cannot go because depends on the memory restrictions. But in Python it's not required guys. So you don't believe guys. You don't believe. Just you see. 2 to the power of 2000 guys. How much number you have got? Observe carefully guys. That too within how much span of time it is. Do you believe this guys? This many numbers, how many numbers it contains guys? How many digits it contains? 2 to the power of 5000. Even you can't, that means you can, if I give you some time, you can count how many are there. Even no need to worry about that also. Don't worry. It is going to be, I'll convert this into a string. I'll convert this into a string and then I will find out what is the length of this. It is containing how many digits guys? 1506 digits it contains guys. So can you believe a number or can you imagine a number which is containing 1506 digits guys? 10 digits only you can't imagine. Generally 10 digit itself is a very huge number guys. So that is containing 1506 which is going to be the digits it contains. So see, generally in other languages you do the same operation, you will get arithmetic overflow. Not even for 2 to the power of 50. In some languages 2 to the power of 16 will give an arithmetic overflow guys. Up to here only it will support. So it is going to be that minus 65535 362 minus 65537 or 35 it is going to be, or minus 32767 2 plus 32767. So isn't it? So some kind of an restrictions will be there, but here it is not like that. See guys, 1500 and 1500 digits calculation I can do that. Beyond that also we can do. How much time it has taken also we have seen that. Okay, so okay, no worries. So this is how we are going to be gets working with this particular the application guys. So these are the basic arithmetic operators. These are the basic arithmetic operators which we can work with them guys. Okay, second case. If you have any questions guys, don't hesitate guys. Please ask, please just raise your questions. I will discuss it. Okay, don't hesitate to just raise the questions guys. If you have any doubts, please ask me guys. I'll explain the concepts. Second one. Obviously, this, I think I need not to discuss much about that. They are relational operators. They are nothing but the relational operators. So only thing is, guys, we don't do, for example, in other languages, what they will think is, being you are a beginners to programming, there's things that everything has to be explained clearly. So they will explain. They will write multiple programs. For addition operator, one program, subtraction, one program, division, one program. Okay, they will write each operator, one program. Here, each operator, one statement I've written. That's it. That is only the time saving, but we are not skipping the topics at all, guys. Relational operators, we already know that it is equal to. Equal to is nothing but same, less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to. And all of you know that what is relational operators will do? They will just compare the two values, comparison of two values, and they will return you whether it is a true or false. The true or false is nothing but what we call it as returns a bool or a boolean value. So Python is a case sensitive language, guys. Python is a case sensitive language. I forgot to tell you. So it is going to be yesterday, actually, as part of the features, I have to tell you guys. It is going to return true or false. And the case, if you see T capital, F capital, guys, it is nothing but what we call it as title case. I think all of you have an idea about a little bit idea about the cases. So what we are going to call it as, which is going to be what we call it as camel case, title case. Title case means first character is in capital case, remaining is going to be in the lower case, guys. That is what we call it as a title case. It returns true or false, T capital, F capital, remaining in the lower case, guys. Remaining in the lower case. So see, guys, directly, straightforward, we are going to be doing, guys. 10 is equivalent to 10. Over, done. See, guys, you are getting output. 10 less than 10, it is false. 10 greater than 10, false. 10 less than or equal to 10, true. 20 is going to be greater than 20, which is going to be false. 20 greater than or equal to 20, true case. 20 not equal to 10, it is going to be, or 10 not equal to 20, true case. 10 not equal to 10, it's a false case. Over. Done, guys. Okay, so hoping all of you are able to follow, guys. Expecting that, as I already told you, if you have chosen the data science means, you may not be aware about that. But whenever we discuss about some new concept, immediately you have to just catch up the things. Very smart way, guys. So because data science people should be a very smart way, their logical thinking, the way the problem is solved. We don't write logics, guys. One thing I'll say is we don't write the logic. But you should know about the core concept, why we are doing. Everything is going to be, your question should be only one point, guys. Not how to do it, why to do it. Why you are doing. When I explain this concept, always try to do. Don't think about the functionality. How to write the coding. Okay, how to write the code. Coding is not important at all, guys. In our data science, coding is not at all important for us. Our concept is always only to understand the concept only, guys. Main target is understand the concept. Simple one question, guys. Always. Why you are doing this? What is the purpose? Where do you use it? Always. How to do that? You, even if you don't know it, also not a problem at all, guys. Because an interview point of view, nobody will ask you about how to do the min-max. Example I'm talking. How do you do the min-max scaling? Just an example, guys. What is min-max scaling, first of all? That is, we have to understand. Why you are doing and why should I do the min-max scaling? We have to understand it. So min-max scaling is a mathematical technique, guys, where the data, whenever we have been given a data distribution, you know the data distribution, no, guys? Generally, we work with multiple values. Whenever you want to bring the data distribution between 0 to 1, that means whatever the data was there. For example, in a class of 10 students got the marks. Let us say somebody got 40, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 80, 85, etc. Now I want to bring all this data to 0 to 1. Why should I bring it to 0 to 1? I'll tell you later. Whenever you want to bring it to 0 to 1, we use a mathematical technique called as min-max scaling. What is min-max scaling? You have to understand. How to do that also we have to. That means mathematically how it will be done also we have to know that. Simple. Subtract the minimum value from every number, divide it by the difference between the maximum and the minimum numbers. For example, if 20 and 80 are the maximum, what you do is from every number, from every marks, you have to subtract 20 divided by 80 minus 20. So obviously what happens? Minimum will come to 0. Maximum will come to 1. Okay, you take any data, it will come between 0 to 1. So that is what is the idea of min-max scaling. But how do you do the min-max scaling in Python? No, we don't write any formula. We don't write any code for that. We simply, there is a libraries will be there. Import the libraries and just we have to work with them. That's it. You don't write any logic for that. You don't write any coding for that. But it is good to know what is min-max scaling. It is better to always know what is min-max scaling. Okay, fine, guys. So that is the idea of this particular relational operators. Next, the third one is going to be all logical operators. So expecting that all of you are able to follow, I'm just going ahead, guys. So because all these are basics, we don't want to concentrate more on that. Okay, even if you have never heard about that logic, this all these things, just open Python and just practice it, you'll understand it, guys. And you know what are logical operators? So whenever we want to combine multiple conditions, then we are going to be using this concept of logical operators. What we are going to use, guys? We are going to be using something called as logical operators. What we are going to be using. So what is the purpose of logical operators? Whenever we want to combine multiple conditions, we have to use logical operators. Generally, you know that no, in other languages, it is double ampersand. Now you became experts in that, guys. We are able to use it. But initially, you people used to do a confusion. Instead of writing double ampersand, you may have write a single ampersand. Because in a flow, because we never used it, isn't it? In our mathematics, we used to use always AND operator means A and D and we used to write. Or something like we used to do something like an intersection operator we used to do. That is the way we used to do that. But once it computers language, Even people used to face a problem. Even equal to operator. Mostly we'll write equal to operator, guys. Even after 10, 20 years experience also, sometimes people will write equal to as a single equal to operator. Even myself also, guys, you'll see. Sometimes when you are about to write equal to, simply write equal to and go ahead. Okay, because that is not an operator. That is not a valid operator. That is basically used for assignment purpose. So what are logical operators, guys? It is going to be directly, we don't have a confusion like a double ampersand, two pipe line symbol. All these things are not there, guys. Directly a and d and or not not. Direct operator, guys. Keywords. And there are case sensitive, guys. Please write a and d in lower case only. Don't write it in capital case. Don't write it in capital case. There are going to be only in the lower case only we have to write it. There are case sensitive language. There are case sensitive. Okay, so use it only in the lower case, guys. Don't write it in capital case. Now, simple applications. No need to write much about that. I can say, guys, 10 equal to 10. You know that. I think I need not explain what is AND operator, guys. AND operator says that both the condition need to be true. Then only the total condition. What is logical operator's purpose? Whenever you want to combine multiple conditions, then we are going to be using these operators. So 10 equal to 10 and 20 equal to 10 and 20 greater than 10, guys. 10 equal to 10 and 20 greater than 10. So 10 equal to 10 is condition is true and 20 greater than 10 condition is equal to true. True and true is going to become a true case. True and true is going to become a true case, guys. For example, if any one of them is false and says that both the condition to be true, guys. If I said 10 equal to 10 and 20 is equal to 10. So 10 equal to 10 is going to be true and 20 equal to 10 is false. True and false is going to become a false case, guys. So output is going to be nothing but coming like a false. Simple. So don't expect that I'll discuss about all these things. And there is an OR operator, guys. Right? or capital case. If you write or capital case, you'll get an error, guys. So you have to. So once again, you see, guys, whenever I want to repeat the statement, what I will do is I'll just move my arrow up and down wherever I require. Just I say enter, it will copy it, guys. Whatever the statement you want to copy, guys, just you move the pointer up. Which statement you want to repeat it, just you say enter. That's it. That will automatically copy it. No need to do any copy paste mechanisms. Okay, so say enter, it is going to be OR, guys. So OR says that any one of them should be true. No need to say both of them should be true. If any one of them is true, that is sufficient. So it is going to become SEN, which is going to be 10 equal to 10. You can see the application, guys. Okay, so that is the basic idea of how we are working with this particular, the so-called as this particular operator, guys. And there is something called as a NOT. What is NOT? You all of you know that. NOT is basically used for negating of the condition, guys. NOT is basically used for negating of the condition. You know what is negation? Negation is nothing but opposite. So if it is true, negation is going to be false. If it is false, negation is going to be true case, guys. For example, same example, I'm repeating it. So this time, as you know that, just a second, guys. Yeah, as you know that output is going to be becoming false. Now, simply what I'm going to do is 20 equal to 10 is false. Before that, I'm putting a NOT operator, guys. 10 equal to 10 and not 20 equal to 10. So obviously 20 equal to 10 is false, but not false is going to be true. 10 equal to 10 is true. True and true is going to become a true case. So that is a way how we can work with them, guys. So 10 equal to 10 and not 20 equal to 10. Just play with them, guys. Just once examples you can do that. All of you know it? No. It's not like any separate programming is required. You don't require any much expertise on that. Easily you can do it, guys. Without having any problem, you can do it, guys. Okay. So that's the ideas of logical operators. Next, we'll go to assignment operator, guys. You know what is assignment operators? Okay, first of all, I am doing 10 equal to 10. I'm writing 10 plus 10. Sir, can't you use any variables? Yes, you can use the variables, guys. But as you already discussed, Python does not support declaration of variables. I'm not saying Python does not support data types. Python does not support declaration of variables. You don't require it, guys. Okay. So don't expect that integer I equal to 10, integer I. No need to do all these application, guys. Okay. integer I equal to 10. No need to do all these kind of an applications. Got it? Simple, I equal to 10. Okay, anyhow, what is assignment operator, guys? What is the assignment operator? So don't think that I'm just going a little bit fast. It's only basic things, guys. So expecting that all of you can follow. Just recap the session, guys, sufficient. What is the assignment operator, guys? Just like in other languages only, whenever you want to assign a value to a variable, simply you have to say variable equal to operator, guys. Variable equal to, it is just the value. Double equal to is equal to comparison. Single equal to is nothing but it is an assignment operator, guys. Variable equal to the value what we have to give. That's it. Directly, guys. A equal to 10. A equal to 10. Done, guys. B equal to, which is going to be hello. So what type of values we can give? C equal to true. D is equal to false. E equal to 10.45. I just used 4-5 variables I have been using, guys. A equal to 10, B equal to hello, C equal to true, D equal to false, E equal to 10.45. So these are the different values I have given. Yes, I given A equal to 10. Can I give A equal to hello? Yes, absolutely we can give. There is nothing limitation, guys. I'll tell you about the data types also. We'll have a look into that. Directly, you can assign the values directly, guys. That's fun, I told you, no? So yes, absolutely. It is yes, absolutely everyone. That means who are into the programming side, they'll get this kind of a doubts, like how the memory management. Obviously, it is going to be. If you declared, it will be saved in the stack area. At runtime, it is going to be saved. Here also, Python is also having its own memory management will be there. But only the thing is, we don't require. I think it will be little bit clarified in our coming classes. Why? Because is when it comes to the Python, everything is going to be treated as of now, I'm saying that A equal to 15, A equal to 10. But here A is not a value, A is not a variable. Okay, A is going to be an object which is created from an integer class. It is an object, it is going to create it. Okay, so completely Python is going to be depends on the object oriented programming. Every variable you create internally, what happens here is one object will be created. So I think in coming classes, up to some extent, it will be clarified step by step, and then you can understand the concept later. Okay, fine. But only point I recommend is just don't go deep into that. Okay, so because it's not necessary about that. But I think you are already from Java background, or you are already having some experience on the Java. So yes, you can find it off, like how memory management is done in Python. So just you try to find it off. Okay, but up to some extent, I'll explain them. Remaining, you can explore the things. Right. Right, guys. Okay. Now coming to the data types, guys. Is Python supports data type? Yes, Python supports data types, guys. So what type of data types Python supports? So once you come to the Python data types, guys, very simple. Simple data types, guys. So no need to you declare the data types, guys. Python chooses the data types. So you should know what type of data types Python has chosen. So I think I need not to tell you much about that. We have integers, guys. Second one is going to be, we have a float. Integers, we know that without having any decimal point, 10, 15, let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. Float points means float data types. It is which contains a decimal value, guys. 20 point, which is 45. 86 point, which is going to be 24. 186 point, let us say 52, whatever it may be. Third case, strings. So maybe recap once, guys. You may have seen this problem, guys. You have faced this problem while you may be working with other languages. That is, whenever we are working with the other languages, while you are working with the strings, you may have faced some issue, guys. Putting single quotes sometimes, putting double quotes sometimes. When to put double quotes, when to put single quotes. Hope you remember. Characters. What is a string? They says that string is a sequence of characters or a collection of characters. When you're working with single character, you have to put single quotes or even double quotes, fine, no problem. But whenever we are using string, Must and should, you have to put double quotes. It is not two single quotes, guys. It is double quotes. It's not two single quotes. It is double quote and this is single quote. So sometimes you used to get a problem. Whenever you put the single quote for a string, you used to get an error. In Python, all that confusion has been avoided, guys. No limitations for single quotes, double quotes. Anything you can use. It is going to be double quotes of hello you can write, guys. Single quotes of hello also you can write, guys. But only one thing I recommend is, if you start with single quotes, end with single quotes. Or if you start with double quotes, end with double quotes. Like that you have to work. But opening the string, don't think that I said that you can use anything means, don't think that you can start with single quote and you can end with double quotes. No, either double quotes or either single quotes. Any one is allowed, but not combination of both of them, guys. You can combine, but starting is whatever you have been used, ending also should be used. In the middle, I'll tell you what is an advantage for that. And finally, the fourth one is the bool or the boolean is equal to, already we have seen true, and it is going to be false. Two values, T capital, F capital. It's a case sensitive. When you're writing the bool, don't put any double quotes. If you put double quotes, it becomes a string. So don't put any single quote or double quotes. Simple, true and false. That's it. T capital, F capital. Remaining is same, guys. That's it. These are the basic types we are going to be discussing about. It is better to say, as I said, that it is basic data types, but it is better to say that strike off this data is better, guys. Talk it as, just speak it as a type. Python types will talk it as. Don't call it as data types, just call them as types. Python types, that's it. Why I'm saying, I'll tell you later. Okay, fine. But one thing I already said, that you don't require to choose this. So why should I learn all these things? Why? Because you said that Python does not require any data types. Python chooses the data type. Why we have to know that? Yes, you need not to know them, but you have to know what they are. That means whenever Python has chosen the data type, let us ask the Python, tell me what data type you have chosen. Python chooses the data type. Let us ask the Python, tell me what is your data type. What type you have been selected, what type you have been chosen. So for that, my first function I'm going to tell you guys. Anyhow, we have a more and more discussion about the function in our coming classes. The first function I'm going to tell you guys, it is a function called as type of. It's a function, guys. I'll discuss more and more about later. If all of you have the idea about, if you have the idea about what is the function, use it. Even if you don't have any idea about that, just remember the syntax, guys. Whatever the syntax I've written, just follow the syntax. That's it for the timing. Type is a function. Normally, we all of you know it, no, guys. At least without this concept, you didn't came to this particular stage. What is f of x? F of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 5. I'm telling in a mathematical representation, guys. What is f of 1? So in the place of x, we have to replace 1, guys. So it is going to be 1 square plus 2 into 1 plus, which is going to be 5, which is going to be 8. Isn't it? So same as it is, this is called as a function. Same as it is, guys. This function is name is type, which will take the input as a value or a variable. It will return some value to you guys. What it is going to returns? It is going to returns the type of the value. Type of the value or your variable. Your variable type. What type it belongs to? You can ask Python. Tell me what you have chosen. It will tell you the output like this, guys. For example, if I said I equal to 10, say enter. Type. What is type of I? It will tell you type of I, guys. It will tell you I belongs to which type. So the output will be coming like this, guys. Class integer. You will get output like this, guys. Class integer. We don't get simply integer. You'll get class integer. Looks to be very simple function, guys, but very, very frequently we are going to use it, guys. Throughout the Python, we'll use this. Everywhere, whenever I discuss a new concept, I'll use the type concept because I want to know what type the Python has chosen. So Python has chosen as an integer or a float or a string or a bool or an array or something, what it is. For every time, I'm going to use the function called as type. Type of. You give the value or the variable. It will tell you what type of object it is or what type it belongs to, returns the type of the value or the variable, guys. See, guys, how simple it is. How simple it is going to be, guys. You can use it, guys. In which class or library this function is going to be available? Okay, these are going to be comes under the built-in libraries. By default, whenever you are working with the by default, we will be using with the built-ins is the name of the library. Okay, we'll discuss about that for now. You are going a little bit ahead. Okay, so because all guys are not on the same level, so you should be just waiting for some time. Okay, so we'll discuss about like what are modules we are going to be working with them, and there are going to be belonging to. But for the timing, just to clarify your question, just you say help. What is the name of the function? Function name is going to be, I said, type. So once if you said help, which is going to be the type, it is going to tells you help on the class called as a type, in the module called as an built-ins is the name of the module. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that again. Remaining all people will get confused with that. Okay, don't get so a lot of syntax, lot of message documentation has came. So they'll confuse with that what exactly it is going to be there. So please wait for some time. I'll clarify that. Fine. Okay. Now come to the discussion, guys. Remaining guys, don't worry. Okay, print the value printed. But I want to know what type of data type Python has chosen. Simple, guys. Type of I over. It's a class integer class. It's a class called as, I told you no, guys. It will tell you the output saying that class integer. Then why we are getting the message as class integer? Why you are getting like a class? Why it is not saying integer? Because Python is completely depending on object oriented programming language. And we have some discussion also, guys. 1 or 2 days I'll discuss some basic concepts of object oriented. Initially it is not required, but you may require, guys. We'll require it in our coming classes. We will require it, guys. Okay, so how we are going to be working with that, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss in our coming classes. We'll have a look into them, guys. Okay, fine. So see, it is saying that it is class integer, guys. It is going to be class integer. It is saying that. Why it is saying class integer, we'll have a look into that later. Okay, so that is what we are going to call it as type of whatever the type, you can work with them. Same as it is. Immediately you said I equal to 10.24 and say what is the type of the I. Immediately it says that it is a class float. Same I. No need to worry about that. Already we have used it as an integer. Yes, immediately it will change as class. Same I if you want, or else I'll say A equal to, for example, single quotes, hello guys, double quotes, single quotes, anything is fine. What is type of A? It is a string. B equal to single quote hello, double quotes hello, does not matter. What is type of B? C equal to true, D equal to false. What is print? If you want, we can print it, guys. While printing also, guys, you can print all at a time, guys. Normally, no need to print only one value at a time. Print I, comma, A, comma, C, comma, D. All at a time you can print it, guys. See, guys, 10.24, hello, true, false. All of them. I value is 10.24. A value is hello. C is true. D is false. What is type of C? Type of C is a bool. Type of D is going to be, it is a bool. That's it, guys. Sorry. Type of D, guys. We are going to get a bool. Like that, Python almost all supports all types. These are all basics only, guys. In coming classes, we'll see a lot of other things also we'll see. Maximum in tomorrow's class only, I'll start with them, guys. We are going to see some kind of an advanced applications also. We are going to be using that. It's not mandatory, guys. It's not mandatory to learn it. But just for an idea purpose, I'm telling, guys. Maybe all of you have remembered in our, maybe not in school days, but in our 10+2 standards, guys. While you are working with the maths and physics, even in some physics concepts also, guys, we used to work something called as an complex data type. We used to work with that. Complex data type. Raj, we don't have the option to take it as a specific data type. We have to do the conversion. We don't have that explicit option. We have to do the conversion only. It will take the input according to the given value. After that, you convert it. Whatever the data type you want to convert, we can convert it, Raj. Okay, fine. Now the idea here is, okay, so complex data type, guys. Complex means, you know that, no? We will write it as 3 plus 4i. We don't use it in our classes. We don't use it. Just I want to show you guys. That's it. I just want to show you that this is like supporting. Like for example, I equal to 3 plus, it is 4j, guys, not I. It is 4j. J you write capital case, lowercase does not matter. A equal to 10 plus, which is going to be 4j. Capital case, lowercase, nothing happens. I and A, you can see the value, guys. These are what we call it as complex types. Ask what is type of I? What is type of A? It says that there are the complex types, guys. We don't use them. Complex types, we don't use them. But just to know, just to make you understand that Python supports this kind of. In other languages, we don't have a support for complex. We don't support it. Here, it will support directly predefined built-in data type, which is what we call it as complex, guys. Okay, so simple, use any value assigned directly to it, guys, and try to find out what you have been assigned with that. B equal to 10.45, and then print the value of B, guys. C equal to, for example, string, print what is value of C. So even if you say type C, even you can also say print type of C also, guys. Anyhow, it is also printing the same thing, right? A you can say, print A you can say. Same thing also we can do the application, guys. Okay, so like this, we can just work with the basic types as you require, guys. Okay, so just once again recap the discussion, guys, what we have done today. I just shown you how to open the IDLE. Okay, very simple. That does not require any expertise. Anybody can open the IDLE, guys. Just open. But if you want to open Jupyter Notebook, you should know a little bit expertise. Normally, the guys who do not have the idea about Jupyter Notebook, they don't know how to open the Jupyter Notebook directly. Jupyter Notebook will be there, but you don't know how to work with them. That's a different environment. So, but IDLE is not like that. Just once you click on IDLE, IDLE will open automatically. So operators in Python, arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment operators. Once again, guys, what is single forward slash, double forward slash? Single forward slash will return you a float, double forward slash will return you the integer part only. Double star is going to return the what is going to be exponential power. Relational operators, we know. Logical operators, we don't have any double ampersand, two piped line. We don't exclamatory symbol, not like that, guys. AND and OR and NOT not. And assignment operator is nothing but equal to operator. Variable equal to the value. Variable equal to value. And once you assign the value, how do you know about the Python types? Simple, there is a function called as a type function is there. Type is a function. Pass the input. It will directly tell you what is the type. Output will be something like this, guys. Class integer. Integers without having any decimal point. Floating point which have decimal point. Strings, double quotes, single quotes. Bools, which is a single keyword like T capital, F capital, remaining in the lowercase. Apart from that, complex also have been discussed about. Okay, it's not required just to use. Sometimes I'll use this, guys. To understand some concepts, I'll use as some base concepts. Okay, I'll start with the complex only. So not one specific topic. I have a topic is there. To make you understand the topic, I'll use as the complex type only. Why I'll use this, we'll understand at that time. Okay, fine, guys. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So because just for today, we completed what is our expected, what is our expectation. As part of the today's class, we completed, guys. Okay, it is what are the logical operators, all these things we have been covered. So tomorrow I'll start with something called as sequences. A little bit a different data structures. Sequences, what we are going to call it as. We'll start with list. It will take some time. It will take some time, guys, to understand what is a list. We have to know what is a list, how to slice, what is indexing. After that, 2 days object-oriented programming. There are some methods. Almost all 1 week time it will take it, guys. 2 days object-oriented, I'll take it. 2 days I'm going to take a slicing. There 4 days. 2 or 3 days at least I'm going to cover. At least I'll try to cover it, guys. One of our class is there, no? We'll cover, guys, as much. At least minimum 4 days it will take, guys. 4 to 6 days it will take it, guys, depending on how much extent you're able to follow, right? So that's it, guys. That is about for much. That's for the today's class. So just we'll end up the session for today, guys. Tomorrow I'll start with some new topic called as sequences in Python, guys. practice it for today, guys. Just nothing, you don't require any notes, materials, nothing is required in the beginning. Just same basic, open the Python and you can start working with them, guys. Right. Anyone, guys, if you have any questions? Anyone, guys, any questions if you have? Fine. Yeah. So I think it's fine for today, guys, all of you. It is because all basics only we have been discussed. Maybe in coming classes, you may get some different doubts. We can clarify them, but don't hesitate, guys. If we have any questions, you can chat. There is a chat window is there. As I already told you, you are also allowed to speak. If you want, you can unmute yourself and speak, guys. Please be interactive, guys. Okay. So it's better to speak because it should be like an interactive class. It's not like a video training. Some videos running there and you're just sitting before the video. You should be interactive also. Sometimes I'll ask you the questions. Please unmute yourself and speak also, guys, if it is possible for you. Okay, fine. So shall I end up the session, guys, for today? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So should we get some course completion certificate? Yes, Aman. Yes, absolutely. From DurgaSoft, they will provide you the course completion certificate once the course is completed. Okay, fine. Okay, guys. Thanks for today, and hope I'll see you tomorrow. And please, guys, already the regular classes are started. Please complete of your registration process. Already my backend team is following up. So please complete of registration, guys. Once you complete the registration, you'll get the drive access. You'll also get the Python videos. Okay, for self-learning. It's a self-learning Python videos are there, guys. You can just get the videos as well as we'll get whatever the notes and all these things, whatever you're doing. You'll be getting all these things, guys. And within 1 or 2 days, I think maybe tomorrow, guys, maybe I was not sure about that. If there is any change in the link, you will get a mail, guys. Okay, if any change in the link, there will be a mail will be there because demos are over. So they will make it, they will share the link only with the paid participants only. So please complete off if you really want to take up the class because already you've taken 2 or 3 demo classes. You have seen my lectures, how I'm explaining, how my concepts are there. So you can just take a decision and complete off your registration process because they will keep on changing the link, guys. For every 2 days, 3 days, they will change the link. Who has paid, only those people will get the link, guys. Remaining people, they don't get the links. Okay. So complete of a registration process, guys. If in the case, if you are still interested to take up the course forward, so complete of registration and get the access of the drives and videos, and we can start your learning, guys. Okay. So thank you for today, and we'll meet up in the tomorrow's class, guys. At same time, if there is any change in the link, you will get the updated link to your mail, guys. Please verify your mails once. Okay. So thanks for today. We'll continue tomorrow, guys. And I already given you my number now, guys. In the case, if you have any issues, please, you can directly contact me, guys. Okay. So once again, if you don't have my number, I'll share my number, guys. So if anybody having any issues regarding anything, so you can just call me, guys. Just text me, don't call me. 80080. Just I'm typing my number. So just take my number, guys. If you have an issue, directly contact me, guys. Just text me on the WhatsApp. I'll reply you. Okay. So thanks all of you for today, guys. We'll meet up in the tomorrow's class. Thanks all of you, guys.